Hi everyone, my name is Yolanda. Welcome to this channel. Today we are going to make a Dominican cake. All the ingredients are going to be listed in the information box of this video. For this recipe, I'm going to use the basic recipe for Dominican cake, except that I'm going to change the flour a little bit. In my mixing bowl, I have 1 pound of butter and 1 pound of sugar. 9 to 12 eggs. If the eggs are small, you can use 12. If they are large, 9 or 10. I have separated 12 small eggs as follows. 12 egg yolks, 4 egg whites, which I will whisk later on, and the rest in this cup, which makes 1 whole cup. This is going to be used later on when I make my meringue. The zest of a lime. I'm going to use all-purpose flour, cornstarch, baking powder, and salt. I will be making cake flour today using all-purpose flour and cornstarch. And this is how you are going to make cake flour. For every cup of all-purpose flour, take 2 tablespoons of the flour out and add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch to the flour. Since I have 3 cups of all-purpose flour, I am removing 6 tablespoons of the flour, and then I'm going to add 6 tablespoons of cornstarch. Then add 1 tablespoon of baking powder and a pinch of salt. Now combine flour, baking powder and salt and sift twice. Grate lime and set aside. Now we will cream our butter and sugar, and at the same time I will be whisking the egg whites with my handheld mixer. I will be whisking it until it forms soft peaks. I forgot to mention to you at the beginning that we will also be using 1 cup of liquid. In this case, I'm going to be using milk and 1 tablespoon of vanilla. We stop our mixer and scrape the bowl just to make sure that the butter and the sugar are well mixed. Start the mixer again, and now we are going to add the eggs one by one. The mixer should be at a low speed. So now we are going to start adding the dry ingredients. The flour, the baking powder, and the salt. Alternating it with the liquid, in this case the milk and the vanilla. We will start with the dry ingredients and we will end with the dry ingredients. Next, we will fold in the egg whites, the 4 egg whites that I whisked before. We're going to fold that in. And lastly, we will add the lime zest to the batter. We are going to fold that in as well. Now I'm going to divide my batter into 2 already prepared cake pans. Then I'm going to bring it to the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit and I will bake from 35 to 40 minutes or until the cake is done. Here are my cakes that I just removed from the oven after being in the oven for 35 minutes. They are both done. Now I'm going to cover them with plastic wrap. This way they can sweat and the sweat will build up humidity and that will turn the cake soft. What I'm going to be doing now is testing my cakes for softness. I want my cakes to be soft and moist. So I'm going to touch them, press hard on them to see if my fingers bounce back. If they do, that means that the cake is nice and soft. If it doesn't, then I need to pour some simple syrup over the cake. But so far both cakes are good. Now I'm going to use guava filling for these cakes. Guava filling is a tropical fruit that you may find at the supermarket in the Spanish section. It usually comes in a can. You open the can and you pour the guava into a small saucepan. Pour a 1/4 cup of water and cook until the guava dissolves and then it gets thick just like this. It becomes a thick sauce. After filling, we put our cakes together and flip it over and that's it. I should point out that you should always place your cake on a cake circle the same size as your cake. Then you place that on your cake board. I didn't do it here because this is only for a demo, but if you are going to bake a cake for someone else or even for yourself, you should always do that, especially if you're covering your cake with fondant. And here is my meringue to cover my cake. For a full tutorial, please see the video on how to make meringue. To cover the cake, you always start on top and then you work your way down to the sides. So now I'm going to make a simple decoration, which is the elongated dot. You make with tip number 12, you make dots, and then with a spatula, you elongate it to form like a tail, and at the end of that tail, you pipe another dot, and so forth. And with tip number 21, I'm going to pipe some reverse shells. You pipe it going one way and then the next one going the other way. I will now add some flowers to the top of the cake. And here is the final product, a basket filled with poinsettias, red and white, and also with leaves, all made with royal icing. For a full tutorial on this flower, please see the video how to make poinsettias. Well, this is all for today. Thank you for visiting. I hope that you learned something. Please share this video with someone and subscribe to my channel to receive more videos like this one. Until the next video, thank you, God bless, and have a very Merry Christmas.